Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from April 4th through the 6th, 2025. This is for Aries. Last shuffle for Aries. Let's see what's going on this weekend. So Aries, we have travel here, and then we have commitment. Now this tells me straight off the bat that over the weekend you're going to be hit with situations that show your growth, that reveal to you how much you have grown as a person. This would tell me that you have, oh gosh, a lot of this too would say that you realize that there are some things that you have decided to do and you've seen the end result of certain actions, certain decisions, certain choices. Like you've seen it. You've been through the trenches, you've been challenged and you've overcome them, but now you know what it means to go down a certain path. You know what I mean? Like, I already know if I choose to get a car loan or a title loan, I'm going to be on the hook for extra XYZ. Or I already know, like, these things that work against us. And it seems as though you may understand now what works against being defensive. Communicating and acting from a place of defensiveness doesn't work. If we're trying to get attention, that doesn't work. Being your authentic self, right, is the answer, right? You and also to going against the grain sometimes is good, right? But if we're going against the grain in the sense of like, uh, I don't trust that what I want will come to me. I'm going against the grain because I automatically expect pushback, a challenge, someone to refute me, someone to stand up against me. I'm already in that space. We know that doesn't work. It doesn't work to come into a room with those types of expectations. So the Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Star, and Seven of Swords would tell me that goes against healing as well. Like we're not living like we're not on a true path when we are in that space, when we're in a space of rebellion, when we're in a space of being impatient, maybe opinionated too, right, and detached. Like it doesn't work. The commitment with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups, something happens that lets you or makes you more aware that you're worried to be carefree or have fun. Like that makes you worried if you're like, say we're in a room at a party, you may be the one that keeps yourself very controlled and on edge, waiting for someone to say something like, bone crusher. You know what I'm saying? Like bone crusher raised Aries in this energy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are from that era, but that was during the phase. I was in my 20s when that came out, and boy, we were like, exactly, because I have a lot of Aries in my chart. I swear, I'm a totally different person now. But you may have been someone who like came in already just like, they're looking at me funny, and realize it doesn't work that way. This isn't like life doesn't. You've gone through enough things to realize that perhaps you didn't manifest the energy, but you were blocked. You ended up blocked from things that you wanted. I'm seeing that especially with relationships, romantic relationships or otherwise, that now there's a chance to start over or to approach things differently, to be lighthearted, to extend that energy to people, to hear with your heart rather than with your hands. You know what I mean? I see that like you've earned your stripes, where people now, if maybe before you were really truly disrespected, now you are and betrayed. You now you sense those things in people, and so you steer clear of those types of people. So you've earned your stripes in that regard. But now is the time for you to be open, to be vulnerable, right? To progress, to communicate, um, to idealize the perfect timeline. In order to be in that space, there's a positive affirmation that you could say to yourself to just to help you get the ball rolling, right? And this would be something you need to say like maybe 6 times a day or so or more. I say that a lot, but I mean you could say it more to make sure that your brain takes this repetition down as fact subconsciously, so that no matter what, you are in this space of understanding it. So when we do that, automatically, when we have choices in front of us, our brain now automatically goes, hey, that's where we're supposed to go, even if it doesn't look like it initially. Because sometimes things, you know what I mean, all that glitters ain't gold with situations. But you want to say, I trust the timing of my life. Everything I want comes to me exactly when I need it. Saying that will help you to hear things, hear the messages, hear what people have to say. You'll be able to see things from your heart space, right? And that will help your romantic life, your friendship connections, any connection that you have. Your wishes will be fulfilled because people do enjoy your energy. I'm seeing that here, that people enjoy your energy. They like it when you're being your full self and you're not holding back. I'm seeing angel number 0550, and this is a vibe where spirit is saying, if you see this number over the weekend, and if you have like a digital clock, you see 550, right? And that's twice a day. But I wouldn't look for it. But at the same time, if you happen to see this number, this is spirit telling you to get out, enjoy yourself, go invite your friends over, go hang out with friends, take a look around you, because there's so much natural beauty that wants to be seen. Trees want to be seen, believe it or not. If you really pay attention, if you get like a time lapse camera, you can see that they're actually dazzling, in slow motion, trying to, hey, look at me, I'm beautiful. Plants are even the same. They even emit sound frequency, beautiful music. And spirit wants you to pay attention to your surroundings, and that you're going to be, if you are doing so, you find yourself involved in exciting new projects or going out on a date, and your charisma and charm being spread all around, and then you're co-creating with spirit. They want you to be in that space to analyze the difference between walking in like knuck if you buck, or you come in going, what's up, what's going on in here, this is great. Lost is the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. What's lost over the weekend is confusion. It's basically confusion. Seven of Cups and Nine of Swords is basically confusion, right? This is analysis paralysis to the core, and misinterpreting and misreading everything. So you lose that. You are no longer misinterpreting or misreading energy or people or options. All right. So you need to say that to yourself. Say that positive affirmation. I'm seeing courage here with the Hanged Man and the Knight of Swords. It takes a lot of courage to see things from a different perspective. The energy is ripe for one to change their perspective on things, to communicate clearly, to stop communicating from a place uh, of defense, right? Of being on the defense, that kind of thing. And you may not even notice you're doing it. A lot of times people don't notice they're that way. We don't. Um, there's a lot of signs of emotional trauma that we carry and don't realize that we do. And it's not to say that you have emotional trauma. I'm just saying that um, that's a sign of it, right? That if we come from a defensive place off the rip, like we walk in the door and is immediately, uh, what is it? Eddie Murphy's a famous Aries, and he was saying how in his I can't remember which one it is, Delirious or the other one. I can't remember. My dad used to watch Eddie Murphy. He loved Eddie Murphy. Oh my gosh, I still do. Eddie Murphy is funny, and he's progressive. He's before his time, because you can still watch it and it's funny. You know how sometimes you watch it and it doesn't fit anymore. His still fits, right? But he said something interesting about how, I mean, he was speaking about a whole culture, but he was speaking about how uh, you, some people get so militant where they're in the airport and they're like, "You want me to check your bag?" And that's how they, that was some terminology that's used in the airport. It was something like that. And he was like, "What? I can't have a bag?" And it was just how angry he got off the top, instead of just like questioning, curious, um, starting from the positive interpretation of the words first, and not something the spirit is speaking out about. Okay, they want you to do something called a no more stress spell. Okay, so this would be for anything you would, if you're feeling unwell, you're stressed, you're fatigued, or anything, or you just kind of like depressed or low, just feeling low. These are some herbs and some tinctures, like some essential oils that you can actually take and ingest, that will help with these things, right? And of course, I would say, of course, speak to your physician. But I do see for stress, it would be dill. You could put that on your food. Echinacea, you could take the tea, thyme, put that on your food also. There's an edible version of mistletoe and lemon balm. And you can make teas out of these, or you could literally just get the oil, right? And then for like exhaustion, we have aloe, yarrow, olive oil, sweet chestnut. Why did I say chestnut? I tell you, depression would be like mustard, geranium. I love geranium. It smells so good. Larch, black cohosh. I say it's probably lark, but I always say larch. I don't know why. Um, did I say yerba santa? Sunflower, borage, chamomile, lavender. Lavender is a great one. It also helps with sleep because sometimes we're depressed because we're sleep deprived. Anxiety would be lemon balm again, white chestnut this time, periwinkle, aspen, garlic, rosemary, all this stuff you could put on your food. You know, this is edible stuff. And for lethargy, you would do thyme, peppermint, or aloe. And this would help at least to start from that space. Also incorporate the color mauve, right, which is like a little plummier version of lavender, right? Lavender is a little bit more of a blue tint, whereas mauve is a little warmer tint of purple. But enjoy that will help you to enjoy clear hearing, where you're enjoying what you hear, but you're also hearing the messages, 100%. But you're like you enjoy the message instead of hearing it and automatically being put on alert. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Aquarius is very strong in this. We have Pisces, Gemini, Libra, and so you could be an Aries or a Pisces Aries cusp dealing with an Aquarius Pisces cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.